It has been a long time since I've gone live. I'm super excited. Obviously, since the beginning of December, a lot of things have changed for us CU fans. Um, Deion Sanders is now the coach of my beloved Colorado Buffaloes. I am so stoked about this. Conjured up memories of growing up and collecting his cards back in the day. I remember opening 89 score and getting that card and being so stoked. I think I was excited about that card as I was the Barry Sanders or Troy Aikman. Steve Atwater was the other one that fired me up. But that card, uh, I I started wearing a black Atlanta Falcons hat in high school as a freshman and sophomore because of Deion Sanders. Prime time. So um, him coming first full circle and becoming one of our coaches has just been kind of a pinch me moment. I can't believe this guy is actually our coach. There's so much swag. But I think one of the things I wanted to talk about before I open this package is Coach Prime is authentic. Some people don't maybe they think he's all about Coach Prime, but I think if you dig into his message and what he says, and you know his background, and you know his story, and you know his belief, and you know his faith, that's a pretty big buy-in. Last night or yesterday, there was news that a five-star recruit, the number 2 recruit in the country for the class of 2023, took a visit. He's a cornerback out of Florida that took a visit to Colorado. And a lot of people were bothered by that. Outside of CU, obviously, CU fans are pretty stoked. But if you break it down, what has Deion Sanders done that if you're a young athlete, you wouldn't also want to do, right? So Deion Sanders he's in the NFL Hall of Fame. He's won a Super Bowl ring. He played 2 sports at one time. He's an all-pro. He's the best cover corner of all time. Just ask him. He'll let you know. So this is something that, again, has come full circle. I also want to give a shout-out on this card. This was a custom card. So right after Coach Prime, this camera's not even going to come close to doing this justice. But Bully's card art, you can find him on Twitter. I'm not much on Instagram. This thing is just beautiful. He made 10 of these. So that card is an absolute smoke show. And I had to have it. When I saw that, I was like, that is the epitome of the primetime swag. So that's my spiel. I'm super stoked. The recruiting has gone through the roof. Colorado's somewhere in the top 3 for transfer recruits in the country right now per 24/7. So as Sanders likes to say, we coming. A lot of people aren't ready for Colorado to be back. And I truly believe that Deion Sanders is going to bring the Buffaloes back. So I was on the hunt for a Coach Prime auto, and I looked around, and some of them were crazy expensive. There's a few more I had my eyes on. So I found this one on eBay. Nice. We loaded her up with Scotch tape, one of my favorites. And I saw this one, and for the price, I thought that I got a really good deal. I was kind of surprised too, because it's just a unique card. And actually, I didn't even realize till now it was an acetate card. So that's pretty sweet. On card, Game Breakers out of 50. This top loader is covered with Scotch tape. There's no need to do that. Use a team bag. Anyway, I'll get Deion in a proper one touch that doesn't have Scotch tape all over it. But this is my dude. I'm CU fans are kind of pinching themselves right now, and to be a CU fan is to understand the pain that the last 15 or so years have been. We've had 2 winning seasons. 2 bowl games that uh, got absolutely thumped in, but the rest has been just bad football after bad football, weird coaches. Dan Hawkins was just bizarro, and then we had the John Embry era, which was he's a CU guy. He bleeds CU through and through, and he just wasn't prepared to be a head coach. Eric Bieniemy was his offensive coordinator on that staff. I don't think Bieniemy was quite ready to take that role on either. And then that led to Mike McIntyre. McIntyre looked like he might turn things around. We had a magical 2016 run led by Philip Lindsay. Lindsay had an awesome season, kind of heart and soul, and there was a lot of good players on that team. Chidobe Awuzie, who's now with the Bengals, was on that team. You had some really good defensive backs that were playing on that squad. You had a quarterback in Stefan Lufau that was just an absolute stud gamer. And really fun team to watch. And we thought, oh man, maybe CU's coming back. And then that started to fall apart. I think McIntyre's message started losing its effect and fired McIntyre. And then I think, again, a lot of us CU fans thought we found our guy in Mel Tucker. 5-7 his first season, but we beat Nebraska in 2019. That was one of the funnest home games I've ever been to. I should put D on there too. And it was just an absolute blast being at that game. Colorado, I think, was down 17-0 at halftime and ends up winning in overtime as the Nebraska kicker shanked the final kick. And just if I have any Nebraska fans that find this, be mad, whatever. You still haven't beat us in over 4,000 days. So too bad about that. But yeah, so then we get in the Carl Durrell era, and just Carl Durrell and Deion Sanders are the opposite people. I think Carl Durrell's a great human, but just wasn't the guy to bring CU back. So fingers crossed. I feel pretty confident about this, and I feel good that Coach Prime is that dude. So I'll have this posted shortly. If any of you hopped in, I appreciate it. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend, and this one goes out to Chris and the Buck City Breaks gang. Hootie hoo!